Hey everybody, we are back with round 3 of sealed constructed practice, and I'm going to give myself again another 25 minutes and see what I can do with this. So let's get started with it. Alright, so the first thing I like to do, as I was going to say, is I've said before, is I like to go through and just count cards and see how many I have. It gives me an idea of like how the depth I have in each color set. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 white. That's actually pretty big. Okay, so the white pool is pretty large. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 red. Okay, so I'm just writing this down here. Green. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. In blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, and black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, okay. That's a very small pool in black. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, well, let's not count the land. Okay, but in colorless, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And multicolor, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's not count the land again. Okay, so I got 5 multicolor, but those ones I don't like to consider. Well, I'd like to look at them, but I don't really want to build around any one thing. So I'll take a look and see what we have. Okay, so we got Stormfleet Sprinter. Okay, is a 3-mana 2/2 haste and it can't be blocked. That's pretty decent. Okay, Hadana's Climb. Simic colors. So at the beginning of a combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then if it has 3 or more +1 counters, then you get to transform into Winged Temple of Orazca. And that is add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, and target creature you control gains flying and gets +X/+X, where X is its power. Alright, so that's pretty decent. If I can get this down, this could be like a serious bomb card. So, given that my colors are actually fairly strong in green and blue, well, 14 and 12, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play this or not, but could be okay. Deadeye Brawler, Death Touch, a 4-mana 2/4 with Ascend. And whenever Deadeye Brawler deals combat damage to a player, if you have the City's Blessing, draw a card. Now the card advantage from that could be awesome, but the problem is it's in blue and black. My pool is really quite small in black. It's the smallest number I have. So we'll have to see if I can actually make that work or not. Dire Fleet Captain, black red, for a 2/2. Whenever Dire Fleet Captain attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each other attacking pirate. If I have a lot of pirates, well, black is just such a weak color. Like, I don't think I will, but we'll see. And Soken Seer, human druid, 3 mana, 2/3. You can add 1 mana of any color to your pool, and then target creature, return target dinosaur card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so okay, so just from looking at it, I don't know how many dinosaurs I have, but we'll see what we have. Now, the next thing I like to go over is artifacts. Okay, because the artifacts can go into any deck, and that's why you should look at them first. Okay, so let's see. Elaborate Fire Cannon deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Okay, you can discard a card and you can untap this, but it doesn't untap. So basically, it's 2 mana you can pay for, you know, and then get 2 damage to a creature or player, and then discard to repeat that. I don't know if I'll be ever playing that one. Let's see, Traveler's Amulet, 1 mana for artifact, 1, sacrifice it. Search your library for a basic land. That could be very good. Orazka's Relic, Ascend, just 1 mana. If you gain 3 life and draw a card, activate this ability if you have the City's Blessing. Okay, Strider Harness, it's equipment, so +1/+1 in haste with equip 1. Sentinel Totem, and it enters the battlefield, scry 1, that's pretty good, and then exile all cards from all graveyards. Just the scry ability might be nice if you've got an extra spot for it. Hierophant's Chalice, when it enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life, okay. So, and you can tap it for mana. Golden Guardian, 4 mana defender, it's a 4/4. For 2, Golden Guardian fights another target creature you control. When Golden Guardian dies this turn, return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. Wow, okay. Godforge Garrison. Right, so add 2 mana of any... I'm still sick, but add 2 mana and of any color to your mana pool, 4 mana tap, and create a 4/4 colorless golem artifact creature token. Alright, that could be very strong. And Gleaming Barrier, 0/4 defender for 2. When Gleaming Barrier dies, create a colorless treasure. Okay, great. Well, let's see what we can do with these cards. Alright, so I'm going to look at black first, just because black has so many fewer cards than the other pools that I have. So let's see what we have in black. So Bloodcrazed Paladin is quite a strong card, but it's a 2 mana 1/1 with flash. Enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each creature that died this turn. So that could be strong depending on how many creatures we can get to how much removal we have. Like if we had like a Fumigate, this could be very strong. Okay, put that in a 2 mana spot here. Okay, Skittering Heartstopper, 1 mana 1/2. Insect, it gains Death Touch until end of turn, so a little bit of evasion. Vampire Revenant, 3 mana, a 4 mana 3/1 with flying. Gruesome Fate, 3 mana. Okay, that's not a creature. I'm not going to consider that. Dusk Legion Zealot. I like this one because when it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So it basically replaces itself. Dire Fleet Interloper, 4 mana human pirate. It's a 2/2 with menace, and it explores. So we might be able to, let's maybe make an explore deck or something. Okay, 2 mana 2/2, just vanilla. Okay. Oathsworn Vampire. Okay, so enters the battlefield tapped. You may cast Oathsworn Vampire from your graveyard if you gained life this turn. Okay, that's pretty decent. Voracious Vampire, 3 mana 2/2 with menace. Enters the battlefield, target vampire you control gets +1/+1 and gains menace till end of turn. Canal Monitor. Okay, a 5 mana 5/3 generic lizard, and that's it. So not bad for creatures, but not really good for anything else. So let's see, we got 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures. So it's black is almost all creatures. Still, if I had to take all creatures or all something else, I'd rather do all creatures. So okay, mostly though, if you notice, black has like vampire, it has 1 human, vampire, 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 vampire. So like these are, it's very strong in vampires. So that's something to consider in black. Let's head over to green. Now I noticed that as I was opening, green had 2 sets of New Horizons, right? So, or two, not 2 sets, but 2 cards. Enchant land, when it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, and then enchant land has add 2 mana of any color to your mana pool. So that's pretty decent. It might be good for mana fixing if I'm playing that. So let's see, we got Jade Light Ranger. Okay, a 3 mana 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, it explores and explores again. Okay, so Swift Warden, another Merfolk, 3 mana 3/3 with flash. When it enters the battlefield, target Merfolk you have gains hexproof. So that's actually pretty decent too. So it looks like Merfolk are looking okay. Jadecraft Artisan. Okay, so 4 mana 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+2. Too bad it doesn't have flash, but okay, it might be asking a lot. Growing Rites of Itlimok. When Growing Light enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. Okay, you may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Okay, if you control 4 or more creatures, transform Growing Rites. Okay, and basically this is what's that, like Gaia's Cradle or whatever. Okay, so that's a very good card. Okay, you got a Human Archer, a 3 mana 1/4 with reach, and it enters the battlefield, you can have it fight. Okay, so a 3 mana card. Another New Horizons. Thunderherd Migration, that's a sorcery. Okay, I don't care about that yet. Gilt Grove Stalker, 2 mana Merfolk Warrior. So we're very strong with Merfolk in green, and 1 dinosaur. Okay, with Enrage. Okay, 4 mana 2/5. Now, one thing we're going to be looking at is this creature here. Is whenever it's dealt damage, untap target permanent. So we might try and see if we can find a way to abuse that ability. So we can, maybe if there's a way to have it be dealt damage and then untap something, and maybe that thing does damage to something else. I don't know. We'll see if there's a way to abuse that. But creature support in green is not very strong. We've got basically like 6 creatures. Not very diverse, and most of them are Merfolk, which is okay, but like 4 of the 6, it still means I only have 4 Merfolk. Right, so let's move on. So black is strong with vampires, green is strong with Merfolk, but both are pretty small pools. Alright, let's move on to blue. Okay, so in blue, okay, we're only really interested in creatures at first. So Sailor of Means, 3 mana 1/4, and then it creates a treasure. 2 mana 2/1 has flying as long as it's attacking. Okay, that's okay. Okay, Crashing Tide, Hornswoggle, Waterknot, Mistcloak Herald, a 1 mana 1/1 that's unblockable. So that's an evasion creature. It's pretty nice, and it's a Merfolk. 4 mana 2/5, that's just generic. Okay, Shaper's Apprentice, another Merfolk Wizard, a 2 mana 2/1, has flying as long as you control another Merfolk. Okay. Deadeye Rigcaller, when it enters the battlefield, if you attacked with a creature this turn, you may return target creature to its owner's hand. Okay, it's a 4 mana 3/2. Sea Legs, Release to the Wind. Okay. Sworn Guardian, another Merfolk, generic 1/3. Now, the problem is that, like, yeah, I've got some Merfolk here, but they're almost, like, mostly just kind of generic ones. None of these really jump out at me. None of them are really bombs where if I could play them, I could just win the game and have, like, a ton of synergy or anything like that. So, unfortunately, blue does not look that strong. The strongest color right now, as I see it, is probably black, even though it's the smallest pool, mainly because they've got a lot of vampire support there. Okay, let's take a look at red, and then I'll go to white. Okay, so with red, you Bond and Horncrest, 4 mana 5/5, can't attack or block alone. Okay. True Temptation, Friendly Fire, Dual Shot. Okay, Stampeding Horncrest. So a 5 mana 4/4, has haste as long as you control another dinosaur. Goblin Trailblazer, a 2-mana 2/1 with Menace. That's pretty decent with evasion. Swashbuckling, Rummaging Goblin, 3-mana 1/1, discard a card, draw a card. Okay. Oh, that's a 3-mana card. Okay, Blood Sun, a nice card, but yeah, I don't know if that's going to be relevant to Sealed. Shatter, Stampeding Horncrest, we already just looked at, but it's nice to have a pair. Charging Tuskedon, 5-mana 4/4 with Trample, would deal combat damage to a player. It deals double that damage to that player instead. Ooh, that is a killer. So that could be a bomb in red. But, okay, Frilled Deathspitter, when it's dealt damage, it deals 2 damage to target opponent, and 3-mana 3/2. Okay, so again, pretty light on creatures. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one is a kind of a killer. So we'll see. Okay, so we're going to go quickly here over to white and see what we can find in white. Alright, so we got a Bishop of Rebirth, 5-mana 3/4 with Vigilance. When it attacks, you may return target creature card with converted Mechas 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield directly. Wow, okay, that is kind of a killer. Okay, Ritual Rejuvenation, Slash of Talons, Skyblade of the Legion, a 2-mana 1/3 with flying. Okay. Martyr of Dusk. Okay, so that's a 2-mana 2/1. When it dies, create a 1/1 white vampire. So kind of like a, what's that, Doom Traveler. Okay, Snubhorn Sentry is, we've seen this before in other drafts, is a 0/3 for 1. It gets +3 as long as, +3/+0 as long as you have the City's Blessing. A Sun Sentinel, a 2-mana 2/2 with Vigilance, Human Soldier. Sanguine Glorifier, 4-mana for a 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, +1/+1 on another target vampire you control. So that really cares about vampires a lot. Famished Paladin, doesn't untap during your untap step. Whenever you gain life, untap Famished Paladin. So this one's really going to matter. Like, we're going to really care a lot for life gain on this if we play that. Another 3-mana 2/3 with Flying. Okay, for 3. Moment of Trial. Territorial Hammer Skull is a 3-mana 2/3. Whenever it attacks, tap target creature. Okay. Pterodon Knight is a 4-mana 3/3. Has flying as long as you control a dinosaur. Let's see, Pride of Conqueror, Squire's Devotion, Legion Conquistador. This is the one where you can search for other Legion Conquistadors like a Squadron Hawk, but, well, there is another one, so, I mean, that could be okay too. Okay, so just looking at this, I feel like I have a lot of vampires, and looks like they have some good synergy. So the other vampires are mainly in black, and so I'm gonna go get the black vampires and see what it looks like. All right, so we'll see what we can do. I might not have enough card support to play these two colors, mainly, but white has a lot of cards, black has very few cards, so we'll see what we do. So let's take away the Snubhorn Sentry. Sun Sentinel's pretty good. A 2-mana 2/2 with Vigilance is actually still pretty decent. I'm going to leave it in there, even though it's not a vampire. Okay. Famished Paladin. Okay, we got pretty decent numbers in the 3 to 5 mana section. Nothing in 1, which is okay. Okay, so we got Territorial Hammer Skull. Okay, so this could be okay too if we play it. So a 3-mana 2/3, whenever attacks, tap target creature. Okay, so we'll see what else there is though. Okay, so this is a flying, so it has evasion. These guys just look for other ones. Sanguine Glorifier, it's 4-mana for, put a counter on it. This one has flying as long as you control a dinosaur, so maybe not. Bishop of Rebirth is kind of a bomb. A 5-mana 3/4, and whenever it attacks, you can return target creature card to the from the graveyard to the battlefield. Wow. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at black here again. Okay, we got Vampire Revenant. Okay, so let's. Here we go. Vampire Revenant. Okay, it's a 4-mana 3/1 with flying. Okay. Direfleet Interloper. So this is still a good card, a 4-mana 2/2 with Menace, and it explores. So let's put it in there. I would consider that. A Voracious Vampire. Target vampire control gets +1/+1, gains Menace. So that's pretty good. Now this is okay, especially because it has Death Touch, and a lot of people would be reluctant to attack you right away or block it. So maybe that could go in the 1-mana slot. Dusk Legion Zealot. Enters the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. I like that because he replaces himself. Blood's Greatest Paladin. Okay, so like, you know, sometimes you might be able to get this guy to be a 2/2 or a 3/3 or something like that. Queenspace Soldier, 2-mana 2/2, just generic. Oathsworn Vampire, 2-mana 2/2. Enters the battlefield tapped, but can be cast from a graveyard if you gained life. Now, if I'm playing this, it looks like a lot of the cards want me to gain life. Okay, and that's really what it looks like here. Now, remember, I also have Golden Guardian, right? So Golden Guardian, I think I'm going to have to play, right? And is there any other creatures in here? I don't think Elaborate Fire Cannon is really going to go in there. Right, so do I have any black-white multicolors? I don't think I do. Nope. Okay, so, alright. Let's see what we have as far as creature count goes. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we'd have to take away 18, 2 cards, 2 creature cards. So which ones would I take out? Okay, not these two. These two are pretty good. This one's actually pretty good too, even though it's not a vampire. I like it. Sanguine Glorifier is good. Vampire Revenant, 4-mana 3/1 with just flying is okay. There was actually a generic guy in here. This 2-mana 2/2 with might be able to come out. Okay, because it's just a generic 2/2, right? So just like vanilla, nothing. Famished Paladin. Gain life, untap it. Now, this one might come out, Famished Paladin, right? Because it really cares if I gain life. Now, a lot of things I care if I gain life, but this one doesn't untap. And if I have no way of gaining life, then I'll never untap, which is just awful. So I don't think anything else has lifelink here. So let's see what else we have. Let's take him out for now, and maybe look at getting something else, right? Like see what other spells we can get for support, and then maybe you could put them back in. All right, so Luminous Bonds is a 3-mana enchant creature. It can't attack or block, so that's some removal. Squire's Devotion. Now, this might be okay because it gives us 1 lifelink, and it also creates a 1/1 vampire creature token with lifelink. Okay, so it could be okay. Pride of the Conquerors. Ascend, creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. If you have the City's Blessing, those creatures get +2/+2. Little combat trick maybe. Moment of Triumph, target creature gets +2/+2 till end of turn. You gain 2 life. Okay, like I'm gonna put that in removal because that could be a combat trick for removal. This is a crappy kind of removal, but it's still kind of removal. Okay, you gain 4 life, draw a card. Okay. Target creature gets -2/-2 till end of turn. You gain 2 life. That's good. Gruesome Fate. Each opponent loses 1 life for each creature you control. So that could be okay. Cable, Canal Monitor, Pterodon Knight I took out. Hammerskull, Snapphorn Sentry took out. Alright. So that's really all the cards I would have. So I'd get 4 cards. I don't have a lot of removal. Not a ton of it. See what we have as far as this goes. So as far as artifacts go. Okay, so when it enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Yeah. Okay, a 1-mana Scry is decent. I'll consider it. Orazca Relic, you can sacrifice it to gain 3 life and draw a card. Okay, I don't think there's enough life gain to consistently to play that paladin. That Famished Paladin or whatever. So Traveler's Island I think is good. It's going to get some land out for us and thin our deck for a pretty cheap price. Gleaming Barrier. Now that's just a 0/4. I don't know if I want that. Alright, alright, let's just play it like this. Okay, so then we have our creatures, so I can play 8 other cards. So here are these are forms of removal, some of them better than others. So if I play these 2 artifacts with it, then that's 6, I can choose 2 more cards, and basically 2 from these. So Squire's Devotion, creature gets +1/+1, it has lifelink, and it creates another creature. That's pretty decent. Pride of Conquerors, it's an instant, and give everyone +1/+1 till end of turn. If you have the City's Blessing, okay, and this one, gain 4 life, draw a card, that's pretty good as well. Gruesome Fate, each opponent loses 1 life for each creature you control. That could be like just a finisher. But I think Pride of Conquerors is probably the better one, because again, it could be a combat trick, which could be removal. Now I wish I had other forms of removal, but I think this is what I would probably put together, right? So, okay, so we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's my deck. Alright, so let me just zoom in here, or focus here. Alright, so, okay, so this is probably the deck I'd put together. It's mainly, I have a ton of vampires with a little bit of extra support, especially in the 4 mana slot. Okay, yeah, the 4 mana and 5 mana slot, I've got quite a bit, especially with Bishop of Rebirth. I'll be able to potentially bring a lot of these guys back into the battlefield, which is kind of nice. Anyways, that's what I would do as far as lands goes. We just count our mana symbols again. So let's go. White is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Black is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 15 to 8. Basically 2/3. Like so out of like 23 pips, or 23 mana symbols, like only 8 of them, so about 1/3 of them. So I'm looking for about 1/3 land. I generally try and favor the land that I can't, that I have less of, a little more. So out of 16, I would probably go 6. Like 1/3 would be 5, but I'll go 6 swamps and 10. Actually, I'll go 6 swamps and 9 plains, only because I have also an Evolving Wilds that I cracked, and I can use that to thin my deck and also to find cards that I need. Right, so yeah, that's what I would do. If you have something else you think you would do in the comments, like throw it into the comments. If you think I've made a terrible mistake, or if you agree with what I've done, then let me know what you think. It's too bad I didn't get a few more some more consistent vampires, but expecting to get a playset of Bishop of Rebirth is probably not that reasonable. Anyways, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
To join an amazing Magic the Gathering community, check out kitchentablemtg.com.